Hello, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to all my viewers out there. Welcome once again, and this is Teacher Michelle, your teacher with a heart. So, here I am once again to give you another video tutorial. Alright, but before anything else, I'd like to request all my viewers out there to please click on the subscribe button on my YouTube channel. That's Teacher Michelle. And please also do take time to visit my Facebook page at Teacher Michelle. Please do like, share, and follow. Right. So what will I be teaching you for this time? I'll be teaching you about how to use Google Docs. Alright, so since a majority in our new normal right now, it's utilizing the Google platforms, and one of the Google platforms here is Google Docs. All right, and before we even go or move any further, I'd like to ask everyone if you are ready, or are you ready? So I assume everybody is ready, so please sit back, relax, and just listen. All right, so basically we will need to access Google Docs through Google Chrome. Alright, but you can still access it with any other browser for that matter, but it is more convenient if we would be using Google Chrome. Right? So here my Google Chrome is actually opened, and I have opened a sample here, but for the sake of everyone, I'll be teaching you how to access your Google Docs in two different manners or two different ways. But before you can even access it, you'll need to verify, or you'll need to confirm first if this is the particular Google account that you wish to have your Google Docs saved in. Right? In my case, this is the Google account that I wish to have it saved, so it's all set. As soon as you have confirmed that, we will now then access on the Google Apps platform, which is in this icon just right beside your Google account, right? So when we click that, we will then see a drop-down box, and we will be seeing Google Drive. Now, since I mentioned earlier, there are two ways to access Google Docs. That is through your Google Drive, or you can access it directly on the Google Docs application here in the Google platforms. Now, I'll teach you how to access it first through Google Drive. So we'll just click on that. Alright. And as soon as you open on Google Docs, or rather Google Drive, you'll have to click here or navigate your cursor rather to the plus sign, and then with the new option here, then you'll just click that, and another drop down box will be seen, and then you'll just need to click on Google Docs, and there you go, a blank template will be seen here. Right, that's way number one. Now the other way that I just mentioned is, again, we'll click on the Google Apps platform icon, and then we'll go directly to Google Docs. Now, automatically it will go to the link to open up your Google Docs account. And basically, since I have been using Google Docs for quite some time now, I have here a few of the recent documents that I have created. However, if you are a new user to this will basically be blank, right? Here on the top though, here where my cursor is moving back and forth, these are a few of the options that you could possibly choose. No, here are some of the sample templates that have been created already for you from Google Docs. However, if you would want to start it out on a blank slate, then basically you'll just click on the plus sign here where blank is seen. Once you click that, it will automatically again open to a blank template in Google Docs. Alright, now let me just open here what I have prepared for you guys. So let me just give you an overview or some insights on Google Docs. There are two main things that is very convenient for Google Docs, in my opinion, in my subjective opinion. All right. Number one is it actually has an autosave option here. So unlike Microsoft Word, wherein you'll consciously keep on pressing on Control S or just click on save, since if you accidentally close your Microsoft Word, the tendency would be anything that you have typed there, how long or short it may be, it will be erased. All right. Unlike Google Docs, anything that you type there and something suddenly happens, like it crashes, for example, you won't have to worry on the data that you have just entered, for it has an autosave feature. So let me just show you how convenient it is. Say for example, I'll be typing in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And as you can see, let me just do it again. I'll just keep on pressing on 1. And if you have noticed, there is this prompt here that it is saving. Alright? So no matter how small, even though I just type on the periods, it will save it. Alright? No matter how small, how long, whatever you type there, it will automatically save everything that you have typed there. So that is just the convenience for autosave, for Google Docs, since it has an autosave feature. Now, since I mentioned it's autosave, the big question here, where does it save to? Or where does it save into? It will actually autosave directly to your Google Drive, right? So say for example, I'll change the title here. So you can basically change the title here, no? Say for example, tutorial. I'll make this as a title of tutorial. Now, let's try to open in our Google Platforms icon, the Google Drive. Right. Say for example, I'll just try to close that. So as you can see, here it is. It's saved in my Google Drive. So once I've opened it, I'm back to it again. And everything that I just typed here is just intact. Okay? Now, second option or a second benefit to this is it has the same functionality as Microsoft Word. So for those viewers out there who are so used to using Microsoft Word, well, I myself as well is a Microsoft Word user even up to now. No, I try to alternate my usage either with Microsoft Word or Google Docs. Right? Basically, really, it has the same functionality. You can type any documents, letters, any templates or format of any forms, possibly. You can do that as well with Google Docs. Possibly the downside with this for Google Docs is since it's online, since you need to access Google, you have to have internet for this if you want to use Google Docs. Unlike possibly with Microsoft Word, even though you do not have any internet, you can basically still use it. No? That's just possibly the downside that I have seen upon me myself using Google Docs. Now, since I mentioned that it has the same functionality, yes, but if you have noticed, in Google Docs, it totally has a different set of functions here, right? The buttons are not the same, or the features that you may see possibly in Microsoft Word isn't exactly the same on what you see here. But there are a few actually that are in common with Microsoft Word. So, like changing your text and headings for your subtitles, headings, no, your titles, or just basically typing it with a normal text. Here, you also have a few of the fonts What I also just noticed with Google Docs, unlike Microsoft Word has a varied type of fonts. However, with Google Docs, these are the only fonts available, right? But anyway, though I have not tried this function yet, you can possibly download for more font options for Google Docs, right? And basically, the font size, you can change it just like in Microsoft Word. The bold option for the letter to be thicker, for it to be italic, for it to have an underline below its letters, for you to change the text colors, basically the same with Microsoft Word, for you to highlight your sentences, still the same function. You can create a hyperlink actually with Google Docs as well. And the alignment, the left, center, right, and justify, right? And then the indentation, no? If you want it with spaces for the sentences or paragraphs to have spaces, or just as it is in single. It also has bullet forms like for numbers or for for bullet and for number forms, right? So that's the basic thing that we would normally or usually use for Microsoft Word that we can also find in Google Docs. Here as well, you can also change the size of your document. Currently now, it is on short or letter, no? So where can you possibly change if you want it to be long or to have any other sizes for that matter? So you'll basically need to click on File. After clicking on File, go to Page Setup, and as soon as you are here, you have the option of orientation. May it be portrait, or your document would be standing, or landscape, wherein your document would be lying, right? So here are a few, Here are a few of the paper sizes or document sizes that could be available for Google Docs. Similarly, it has the same sizes available with that in Microsoft Office, or rather Microsoft Word, right? So let's just stick on letter, but if you want it to be long, so you'll then just click on legal. Whichever it may be, it will depend. Now, there is also an option for you to add a little bit of creativity for your document, no? You can actually change the entire page, or rather create a color for your entire page. So say for example, if I'll click on yellow, so my page or my document or paper color would be yellow. So again, it would be totally up to you. As for me, I'll stick on white. Okay. So that is as far as page setup is concerned. Now, once you have actually created a document and possibly you wish to convert it to Microsoft Office or Microsoft Word rather. So you can just basically again go to File and then go to Download. After you've moved your cursor to Download, you can then see a drop-down box here at the side wherein you can option a few of the templates here. So one of it is Microsoft Word, and another familiar one is the PDF document. Alright, so once you have downloaded that to Microsoft Word, it will automatically download it and convert it directly to Microsoft Word. Alright, so that's basically it. Now, you can also do an option. Say for example, you have created a form and you want to add another form that is similarly to the form that you just have created, but you want to change the title. So what can you do? You'll just again basically go to File and then just click on Make a Copy. Okay, say for example you want it tutorial number 2. Again, it will go directly to my drive, and okay. As soon as you click on OK, it will then open another template, another template similarly to the first one that you have created. That's basically it. Now, let's now move on to insert. So here in insert, there are a few of the functions here that are also commonly seen in Microsoft Word. The difference for images, as far as images is concerned, is in Google Docs, unlike kasi in Microsoft Word, whatever picture that you have picked out, alright, let me just show you. Say for example, I'll try to search on an image of a parrot, for example. Right? Let's try to choose that. Unlike in Microsoft Office, let me just open a new tab here in Microsoft Office. So there it is. Unlike in Microsoft Office, if you just try to right-click, copy image, and open Microsoft Office, right-click, paste, you can conveniently paste the picture right away. But with Google Docs, however, you will need to upload it from your computer. So what will you do if you want to upload or paste here a picture in your Google Docs? So once again, for this image, you'll need to save image as. Technically, you will need to download it to your computer first, right? So say for example, this one, we'll just use this title, Parrot PNG, and we'll save it on our home screen or desktop so we can navigate and find it faster. Then we'll click on save. As soon as that is saved, we'll go back to our Google Docs. Let's go to insert and move your cursor to image. Again, another drop-down box will be seen here at the side. You'll then need to click on upload from computer, and then let's go to desktop, and here we go. Here is the parrot picture. Then let's click on open, and there you go. Basically, with Google Docs, the convenience of the copy paste function is taken out, since you will need to go through that process to be able to paste a picture in your Google Docs. Unlike in Microsoft Word, you can just do basically the copy paste procedure. Alright, so unlike in Microsoft Word, it has actually a convenient way of for you to just copy paste the pictures, right? So that is as far as images or pictures is concerned. Now, for you to possibly navigate for your picture to move it around, as of now, since it is inline, it is set up for inline, you can't possibly move the picture. However, you can also change the setup to it to wrap text, which is this one. So from here, you can basically move your picture around and situate it on your Google Docs on where you want it to be. Okay? That is as far as pictures is concerned, right? Now, another option here for insert, or in the insert option, let's try to delete that picture, is for you to create a table. Okay? So, as for Google Docs, it can actually maximize up to 20 columns and 20 rows. That is the most number of columns it can create. Okay? So, say for example, we'll have 5 rows and 5 columns. So, that is basically it. You can then add your columns there. Similar with similar with Microsoft Word, you can also tweak in the colors of your table, possibly by highlighting it Okay, highlighting all the tables, right click, table properties, and then from here, you can choose here the cell background color. So say for example, I'll choose light yellow for it. Okay, and I'll press on OK. So there you go. I have colors here. So say for example, for your heading of your table, you wish to create another contrast of colors to it. So then again, you'll need to highlight the particular cells that you wish to have a contrasted color. Once that is highlighted, right click, go to table properties again, and then click on the cell background color and change it to a darker light yellow. Press OK, and there you go. There is now a contrast of colors, and you can then identify that these are the titles. So say for example, okay, let me just create here a table, a content for the table, and grade 5. Okay, Ariana, John, Mark, Francis, Jean, Gray, Marcus, what else? Anthony, Ponce, what else? Michael, Peter, Kyle, Michelle, Bella, Maria, May, Mary, Rosaline, Maximus, and Ephraim. Say for example, those are the names of the students under their respective grade levels. Now, as you can see, they are all aligned to the left. So, say for example, you want to align them all to center or to make it center. So basically, you'll just have to highlight all the cells and click on center. And as you can see, it's all in center. Again, I'll highlight it again if you want it to be at right alignment. Okay, and then if you want it justified, highlight it again, click on justify. So that's how you can basically change your alignments as far as that is concerned. Now, as for the borders, you can actually also create colors for the borders if you find black quite simple. So once again, you'll have to highlight it, right click, table properties, and here is an option here for table border. So say for example, I want my table border to be yellow. And say for example, the thickness of my border, I'll choose 2.25 and press OK. So there you go. I have then created a border of a different color. So you can actually play with it on the designs that you want for your tables. No, it's really up to you. Well, as far as functionality is concerned, that's basically it. Now, what if you have created a table but you seem to forget that or rather you seem to have another entry, say for example, and you only entered 5 5 rows. So how can you add in a row? So basically, on the very last row, highlight that, right click, and then insert row below. Okay, as soon as you insert row below, another row will emerge of the same exact setting that you have created for your table, the exact color, the exact scheme, and everything. Now, say for example, you want to insert from top of it. So again, you'll have to highlight, right click, and insert row above. And there you go. There is a row inserted above. So that is about rows. Now, let's try to do an add for columns. So, say for example, you want to add a column right after grade 5. So, just highlight grade 5, right click, and insert column right. And there you go. And say for example, you want to add a column before grade 5 with the same procedure, right click and click on insert column left. Now, however, if you have created or accidentally added a column which you will not be needing after all, basically you'll just need to highlight the column that you do not need, right click, and just click on delete column. There you go. Same goes with the row. Highlight the row that you do not need, right click, and delete. Oops. Nope. That's not it. Right click and delete row. There you go. So see? That is how you can possibly maneuver or possibly use your your Google, your tables for Google Docs. Okay. Now, there's actually another option here that I forgot to add on. So say for example, let's just try to delete this column. Now, say for example, you have inserted a column here of which you want the title to be a common title for the two rows. So how can you do that? By breaking these two and making it one. What you need to do is just highlight how many. It won't actually matter. You'll need to highlight as much as columns as you need to have it merged. Alright? So as in my case, I'll be highlighting 2 columns to merge the 2 columns, and then right click and click on merge cells. After that, the 2 columns here will have 1 common row or 1 common cell. Okay. So that's basically how you can maneuver and use your table in Google Docs. Okay. So let's try to delete this. Okay. Now let's go back to insert. So here, let's go then to charts. So for those of you who are going to use charts, in any possible means, may it be through a bar type chart, or may it be a column type chart, a line type chart, or a pie type chart, whatever it may be. So let's say for example, we'll try to click on column, and there you go. Similarly with Microsoft Word, once you have created a column, or rather once you have created a chart, for you to basically edit the data here in the chart, you will need to you will still basically need to edit it with Excel, similar to that as well, so say for example, you want to change the titles, team 1, team 2, team 3, team 4, you want to change those, you want to change the data here. So basically what you need to do is just click on this arrow down button and click on open source. Automatically it will open to Google Sheets, which in the Microsoft part, Google Sheets is at par with Microsoft Excel. Okay, so this is basically where you can edit your data. So if we just scroll up, we can then see here. So let's try to change team 1 to grade 1. Okay, grade 2, grade 3, and grade 4. So yeah, basically it's really the same as when you are editing it in Microsoft Office. Diba? So say for example, these are their grades, no? So 1, 91, 95, 80, what else? 90, 80, 83. So there. You can then change the results range for the what do you call this? Chart. So once you have edited it in your Google Sheets and you are satisfied with what you have edited, you'll just basically close that and it will be seen here. Click on update and there you go. So see, that's how you can use your charts as far as charts is concerned. Okay. Now, let's now try to move on with format. So again, the same as here in the toolbar here, you can basically see it here under format. The text, paragraph styles, no? Would you like to create a title, subtitle, heading, so on and so forth, alignment, line spacing, everything here in format is basically seen in this function toolbar here. Now, say for example, I have here actually a sample. It's a module of ours. So say for example, I'll try to copy a few data here just to show you how I can possibly utilize the convenience of table of contents in Google Docs. Okay, there we go. So I have copied a few of the data from my module. So say for example, you yourself are creating a module or a document perhaps which would require or which you would want to require a table of contents. So normally, diba, in using Microsoft Office, we would just look at the table of contents on what page it is, then we'll have to scroll down and down and down until we reach that point. But for Google Docs, you can actually make a feature to it that you can easily locate, no, the page that you are looking for. Now, since I have created or attached 2 pages from the module itself, let me just give another page for me. Okay, so once I have my space ready here for the table of contents, first we need to make a title here as table of, oops, just change this to 30 and table of contents. Go. So first thing, before you can actually create the table of contents, you'll basically need to change the title, the setting, the text setting of the title. So for page 1, I have here module 1, right? So I'll have to change, since this is under normal text, I want to change it to heading number 2. So there we go. We'll just have to make this a little bit bigger. There we go. And then for page 3, again, this is still under normal text, so let me just click it again for heading number 2. And there you go. Again, let's put it back to its usual color. I think it's this one. Now, once I have done that, I can then go back to my table of contents, probably this 15. And then, once that's set up, I'll go to Insert, then go to Table of Contents and choose that. And as you can see, it has, since I have changed the titles to it in module, I've changed it as heading number 2. In the next page for session 1, I've changed it to heading number 2 as well. Once, kasi pag change natin to headings yung text niya, the tendency would be once you set the table of contents, it will automatically detect whatever texts here in every page that was set up under headings. Kasi headings lang ang binabasa ni table of contents when you want to set up a table of contents here. So as you can see, automatically si module 1 naging page 2, right? Si session 1 naging page 3. So what's nice about this is it automatically creates a link to it. So nalalaman mo, or you would basically know at what page it is already. Okay? So that's basically how you can automatically create table of contents, no? Without you browsing, for module number 1, at what page was it again? Okay, page 1. And then you'll need to, page 2. So then you'll need to type 2. And then you'll go to session 1. Then you'll try to know, what page is this again? Okay, page 3. And then you'll then type page 3. In this case, if you are going to set your titles here, no, your heading titles here, set it up for headings, or for headings, may it be 1, 2, or 3, any of those 3 options, the table of contents will automatically read that. Hence, it will automatically create a link and automatically, or it will automate itself where to situate module 1. So that's page 2. Session 1, that's page 3. Okay? And so on and so forth. So I think that's basically it as far as the basic knowledge that I have for Google Docs. Still, I myself is I basically really need to learn more, no, about the functionalities of Google Docs, but at least I'm sharing the basics that I know currently for Google Docs, especially now that, especially as teachers, we are to be exposed more on the usage, no, of the Google Docs for the new normal, since we are encouraged to use also our Google platforms for the new normal. Okay, so again, I'd like to encourage all my viewers right now, if you have any queries, any concerns, any comments on the possible video tutorials that you would want me to create, please do comment that below. That would be highly appreciated. As for any further concerns, any further queries on how to use the Google Docs, if some of my procedures were still a blur to you, please do not also hesitate to comment. Okay, so I think this is basically it. And thank you once again to my viewers for taking your time to view on this. Please do not forget to click on the subscribe button on my YouTube channel. And please also do take time to visit my Facebook page, still under the name of Teacher Michelle. Click like, follow, and share. Once again, to all my viewers, this has been Teacher Michelle. It has been a pleasure, your teacher with a heart. Bye-bye.